Denzel Curry incarne une ouverture d'esprit radicale dans le rap US, à la croisée des chemins entre musique soul, hardcore et hip-hop old school. Ses influences allant de D'Angelo au Wu-Tang Clan, en passant par Tupac, les Bad Brains et Nirvana, prouvent qu'il est possible d'allier engagement politique et décibels.
Sound code purple. Ooh. Wu-Tang! Damn, that sounded crazy. So when we was working on this album, when we was working on Strictly for the Cypher, we went over to RZA's house, shout out to Rakeem, and we went over there to just have dinner. Me, Austin, my girl, we all came together. And then after that, we was like looking at this, and we was just like, oh man, we was talking with RZA, he was giving us knowledge about like the album that we was putting together. And we played him the whole Strictly for the Cypher album, and he loved it. And he was like, yo, if it was up to me, I will figure out like how to introduce all the members. So that's why when we did the press release, you got all the members in one, you know? Me, Key Nayada, BK the Ruler, Tia Corinne, Ferg, Working on Dying, I Love It. And this is one of my favorite records. Into the 36 mother effing chambers. You know what I'm saying? So you got this, you got everything on here. My favorite track on here has to be Protection Neck and has to be, damn. Wu-Tang Clan Ain't Nothing to Fuck With. Those are my two favorite. Favorite member has to be out of Raekwon and Old Dirty Bastard. Those are my two favorite members of the group. Got burnt once, but it was only gonna hold up. Yeah, I can't say that on record right there. So we're gonna put this back in there. Boom, love this album. First off, we gotta start off by saying R.I.P. to D'Angelo. Such a good record. So, this D'Angelo record, just gotta say, rest in peace to D'Angelo, one of the greatest artists and musicians of this lifetime. Fellow Aquarius, myself, you know what I'm saying? Now, let's tap into some classic OG punk shit. Bad Brains. Let me see what's side. Wee. Band of DC. I like Super Touch. Super Touch is my shit. If I could find that mofo. Okay, gotta be here, gotta be here. So my favorite song from Bad Brains of all time is Eye Against Eye. But after that, it's like pretty much, let me turn it down a little bit. After that, it's Super Touch because I like the way he was flying on that. I like the way he was sliding on a lot of these records. HR is a legendary figure. Daryl's a legendary figure in the punk scene. And what they was doing in CBGB's was absolutely crazy. And the fact that they have a record called Band in DC was the reason they couldn't really perform in any clubs because of what they was bringing to the table. So everybody was like, nah, we seen what y'all bring to the table. Y'all can't perform in any clubs. So causing them to like create this record was them actually getting banned from every club in DC because of the punk scene. And not because of the punk scene, but what they was doing with punk and the type of music they was making in these nice establishments. And they didn't know that it was they seen it as destructive, but it was really freedom and liberation. So, yeah, man, shout out to Bad Brains. Okay, so we got Rage Against the Machine. Favorite song on here is definitely Bomb Track and Take the Power Back. You gotta take the power back. Boom, wow, boom, 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 boom. Take the power back. Boom, 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 boom. Come on. Boom, 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 boom. You gotta take the power back. Damn. Let's see. I'm trying to find it. Please let it be it. You're gonna burn, burn, burn. This shit's gonna burn. Burn, burn. Yes, you're gonna burn. Burn, burn. Yes, you're gonna burn. Burn, burn. Yes, you're gonna burn. Just another bomb track. This was one of the first songs I heard from Rage Against the Machine. It was right after I heard Killing in the Name of, and then I looked up their live performance and I seen Zach De La Rocha perform this. And fun fact, I met Zach De La Rocha right before Thanksgiving last year, and we met on a flight, and Zach was saying, "You the man, D," and I didn't know who it was who was saying it, and then I looked across because we're staying in the same section, and it took me a while to register that was Zach De La Rocha. And once I realized that was Zach De La Rocha, my face lit up, and I was like, "Oh shit!" So I was like, "Yo, I gotta talk to you out the flight." He was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be waiting outside." So we get off the flight. We actually landed in Amsterdam because I had to go to India and he was on vacation. We was talking for like a long time. We was talking about Inside Out, his band before. He was talking about Hard Stance. And, you know, I asked him about his heritage and, you know, we talked about Mexican, being Afro-Mexican. And I was like, oh, snap, that's dope because, you know, kind of sense it. And when we were talking, he was like, he liked one of my tracks, and one of my tracks was Ultimate. And he was like, he was gonna answer back with Ultimate because he heard the cover of the Rage Against the Machine cover that I did with Siren, one of the verses from Sirens being a part of that said cover. And he was like, that shit was so hard, and he was so proud, and then he heard the music and he really liked my music. So, you know, somewhere down the line, there's gonna be some me and Zach De La Rocha, like some crossover where me and Zach De La Rocha could work together. And this was the record, but I wish I had Evil Empire, but I really do love this record too. So make sure you check this out, and shout out to Zach De La Rocha. Oh, and also Tom Morello too. Let's see what else we got here. So I got a few records left. I'm not gonna go through all of them. I'm not gonna play all of them just yet, but just know I did pick the king of pop himself, Michael Mother Effer Jackson. Michael Jackson's Thriller, great album. Nothing but singles, nothing but heat. Definitely deserves all the accolades that we give it to this day. Had to put this out there. Nevermind by Nirvana. You know what I'm saying? If you listen to Kurt Cobain, you know why. I mean, come on, it's right there. Something in the way. If you watch the Batman Part 1, The Batman Part 1, you recognize the song from there too. But for those who grew up on grunge in the 90s, you know this record by heart. And this is one record that I bought when I was in my 20s, when I was working on Imperial at the time. And this record stood out to me. So shout out to Nirvana, Kurt Cobain forever. So we got Me Against the World, Tupac. Tupac is a big influence on my career and in my life, just period, you know what I'm saying? He was one of the reasons I got a stomach tack. He's the reason why I talk about social injustices in the world. He's the reason why I wanted to create like really good albums besides like Kendrick Lamar and Kanye West. This is me against the world. Me against the world. 'Cause this is me against the world, baby. This man spoke his mind regardless of what the circumstances were, and this man lived a long life, and only at 25 did enough that I'm even appalled by, that I haven't done an inkling of yet. So I aspire to do something great like this man right here. And Me Against the World is a perfect album. So if you haven't checked this album out, make sure you check this album out. This is one of the greatest Tupac albums you will ever hear in your lifetime. So shout out to Tupac. And this is still an influence on my life. Then you got 3 6 Mafia. Shout out to Juicy J. Juicy J is also on the Strictly for the Cypher record, so make sure you go and get that. And I got a song with him that just came out called Achieve It, so make sure you check that out as well. It's on Juicy J's record.
Why y'all just my gangster? These bitches just my gangster. Why y'all just my gangster? These bitches just my gangster. Why y'all just my gangster? These bitches just my gangster.
And if you look at this cover, it's Juicy J, DJ Paul, Crunchy Black, and then you got Lord Infamous. Now, if you know me as a Denzel Curry fan, and you heard Ultimate, I shouted out this man right here, which is Lord Infamous, which was the brains behind the look and aesthetic of 3 6 Mafia. That was told to me from Juicy J himself. So make sure you guys check out this record, Unbreakable. My favorite song from here is Testing My Gangster and Wolf Wolf. So make sure you check this out as well. And this guy right here is one of the reasons why I like the way I rap now. This is how I developed my style. So shout out to 3 6 Mafia, shout out to Lord Infamous, and make sure y'all check out this record. And that's it. I'm Denzel Curry, and I hope to see you next time. Peace out.